Hello and welcome. So, the last few videos that I've posted have been focused on my Trek Domane AL3, which is, in fact, my favorite road bike in my collection. But it is not the only bike in my collection. And so I present to you Gojira, my 2019 Specialized Rockhopper. I've made plenty of videos about this, and I will link to a playlist at the end of the video. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to start with an admission. I did a bad thing. I rode this bike 3 days in a row, and I did not clean it even once. So I know that is not a good example of how to take care of your bicycle, especially if you like it as much as I like this one. So I did apologize to the Rockhopper, and he said, "Rrrr," which is basically kaiju for, "I'll let you get away with it this time, but let's not make a habit of it." So to begin the cleaning process, I soaked it down with some water in a spray bottle with, about a half a teaspoon of a rather well-known blue dishwashing liquid. And I find that works really well for breaking up mud and debris and little greasy bits here and there. For some of the stubborn stains, I guess, yeah, particularly like pine pitch, I used Goo Gone. And it's just fun to say, Goo Gone. And a lot of elbow grease. Now, I did not spend a lot of money on equipment for this. I've got an assortment of microfiber towels that I've had forever, and you can wash them and reuse them. And a bunch of dollar store brushes. Now, I like the one with the little foam flower thing on the end of it, because that really gets down into some of those little crevices. But there are places that I cannot reach, and for that I went to the hardware store and bought an inexpensive nylon paintbrush. And that gets right down into those little tight spots, like between the bottom bracket and the frame. Given all that, well, I'm pretty sure you do not need me to give you a play-by-play on the cleaning process. So I won't. One thing I did decide to do was give the chain a deep clean. I was not entirely satisfied with the way it came out, with just a normal scrub. I can still feel like a little bit of gritty, grindy feel in it. So what I did, instead of going out and buying an expensive chain cleaning tool or an ultrasonic cleaner, I'd love to have an ultrasonic cleaner, instead I went to the supermarket and I picked up a pair of entree-sized food storage tubs. My go-to degreaser is Simple Green. I like that stuff. In fact, I use it for a household cleaner as well, but that's an entirely different story. What I did was I filled one of the tubs with a 50-50 mix of Simple Green and plain old water, and the other one, just water for rinsing. Notice after cleaning how much darker the Simple Green solution is. That's all kinds of dirt and grease that was still stuck in the chain, even though I quote-unquote cleaned it. This is so much better, and it's so easy, you know, and I like easy. After drying the chain, I reinstalled it using a new quick link, and then I applied some wet lube to it. Now I went with the wet lube because we've just had a horribly wet, rainy, I hesitate to call it summer, up here in Maine. It will be nice at some point to be able to use dry lube again, but I don't see that happening in the immediate future. When it's all said and done, I like the way this bike turned out. Looks so much nicer when it's clean, you know? And one thing I have noticed as an aside, this kiwi acid green paint job on it, in flat like today when the sky is overcast, it photographs as very nearly white. I don't know why that is, but there you go. Anyway, the bike turned out nice, and I really like how much better the chain looks. And I did take it for a quick ride to the corner and back, and it is so much smoother and quieter. I should have done this a long time ago. Lesson learned. If you enjoyed this video, as I said, there is a link to a playlist for the Rockhopper, lower left. Additionally, there is a link lower right for another video that I'm pretty sure you will like. And seriously, as always, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you taking the time to do so. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.